जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं और जो प्रोफेशनल शेफ्स हैं जो सपना देखते हैं क्रूज़ में जाने का। तो आज का वीडियो स्पेशली इसलिए है क्योंकि मेरे साथ है शेफ जय कुमार बासिन।
So I wrote to Royal Caribbean, and to my amazing part, I was the first Indian to be hired from ashore and the position of executive chef. So now the contract length is 8 months
8 months
minimum
Okay.
for the junior
all,
staff,
for all cruise lines.
for all cruise line.
Okay. 8 months.
And for the senior position, it is 4 months or 6 months, depending upon the company.
Okay.
Today, the basic salary for the trainee cook is
पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट जो क्रूज़ के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है, स्पेशल है।
no, I don't think so. Even a taxi driver can cook the best omelette, best biryani.
सो मैं अपने बहुत सारे वीडियोस में आपके लिए बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज ला चुका हूँ। आज का वीडियो बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेशल होने वाला है, स्पेशली उनके लिए जो न्यू जनरेशन है, नया यूथ है और जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं और जो प्रोफेशनल शेफ्स हैं जो सपना देखते हैं क्रूज़ में जाने का। तो आज का वीडियो स्पेशली इसलिए है क्योंकि मेरे साथ है शेफ़ जय कुमार बासिन और इनके बारे में मैं क्या कहूँ ये शेफ़ खुद बताएंगे। बट उससे पहले आपको बता दूँ, इस वीडियो को शुरू से लेकर लास्ट तक ज़रूर देखना क्योंकि ये वीडियो बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेटिव होने वाला है। शेफ़ बासिन जो है इनको मोर देन 30 ईयर का एक्सपीरियंस है, इंक्लूडिंग रेस्टोरेंट, होटल एंड क्रूज़ लाइन। सो चलिए बात करते हैं और पता करते हैं कि क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा शेफ़ का और कैसी जर्नी रही। शेफ़ गुड मॉर्निंग।
Good morning.
वेलकम टू आईसी।
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here at ISCA Khatima, a beautiful, beautiful institute. The more happiness is that the institute is run by a person who himself is a shippy, Mr. Naveen Chauhan. So pleasure to meet you, Deepak ji, and very happy in the way you all are doing here. So for me, was always a pleasure to be here. This is my second visit at Khatima, IISCA.
तो शेफ़ कहाँ से आप सबसे पहले थोड़ा सा के बारे में बताइए और ये इंटरेस्ट कैसा आया आपको इस होटल इंडस्ट्री में आने का?
I am from Delhi, born and brought up in Delhi. But before partition, India's partition, we were in that part of India, which we call now Pakistan. But that was also the whole India. And 1947 they came here. I was born in 1966. Very normal medium family, like we came from there, and the parents they struggled, and my father was in the government service. How did the interest came in? Yes, I actually love food very much. So one has to be a real foodie to be a good chef. So, but the unfortunate part here was that there was a demand at home due to my mother passing away at my very early age of 14 years. So I was in 9th standard and I have two younger ones, my brother and my sister. So I had started cooking at that age. So slowly, the cooking became very nice, and whenever all the relatives come, they used to be very happy with the food I used to make. During those times, the food was very limited. I'm talking to you 1979, 80, 81. So when I passed out, so there were a lot of things coming up in mind. But then I said, there were few articles in the newspaper, like Khushwant Singh, you know, the big writer, publisher, that how the chefs are coming up and the chefs are getting and making handsome money, then even IAS officer and all those. So it prompted me, why not my passion and my good food, what was being said by everybody, to make it as a career. So I joined in 1984. The Food Craft Institute, New Delhi, at Lajpat Nagar. So that was our first batch. So few months were only done for setting up the institute and all that. I passed out there, and I was lucky, I will say, and blessed one, that I got the job in the, when the Taj came in the institute, IETC came, and even Hayat came. So I was selected in all three.
तो जैसे कि शेफ़ ने बताया, शेफ़ ने क्रूज़ इंडस्ट्री स्टार्ट कर ली थी 1990s में। तो सबसे पहले हम जब पैदा भी नहीं हुए थे, 1984 की बात करें तो शेफ़ स्टार्ट कर चुके थे अपनी इस इंडस्ट्री में जर्नी, और क्रूज़ लाइन जॉइन किया था 1994 में। शेफ़ आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा, आज की डेट में जो है बहुत सारे शेफ़ जो है जॉइन करते हैं क्रूज़ लाइन को। कई सारे एजेंट के थ्रू जाते हैं, कई सारे ऑनलाइन के थ्रू जाते हैं, कई सारे रेफरेंस के थ्रू जाते हैं। आपने कैसे जॉइन किया, और उस समय जो प्रोसेस था जॉइनिंग का, वो अभी के अकॉर्डिंग किस तरह से डिफरेंस है उसमें?
Yeah, to tell you the truth here, I never applied to join the cruise industry. I was working at Taj Palace and I was doing my morning shift when there was some interviews going on for Carnival Cruise Line, and I just happened to go there and see what's going on. Well, there was no intention of joining, there was no resume made, nothing. And the moment they saw, there was a guy named Captain A.S. Vidyarthi, very famous name for the cruise industry. He saw me and he called me inside the room. And that is when he asked me a few things, and nothing related to food. And the guy who came from America, his name was Omar Al Dada, I still remember. He was from Egypt and he came for the interviews. So he introduced me like he is Mr. Omar Al Dada and he would like to speak to you only for 2 minutes. Then I said, yeah, I know him. He said, how you know him? I said, he's staying in 501 room number. He said, how do you know? I said, during my morning visit, I just saw the special VIP guest and he was there. Oh, so Omar Al Dada said, yeah. Do you know what I ate yesterday? I told him, yeah, you had this. And he said to Mr. Vidyarthi, I need this guy at any cost. So there was no CV, no resume, nothing placed. And I was offered a job straight away for a CDP.
Okay.
I was working as a CDP as well at Taj that time, and I just got promoted a few months before. At that moment, I did not accept the job because during those times, the air ticket was very expensive, and you have to buy both way tickets,
Okay.
up down, open ticket to return. So that time it was 65,000, and I'm not talking about today's 65,000. I'm talking to you about 1994. And the flight was not from Delhi. Flight used to be from Bombay. Then later on he called me at home and he said, during those times there were no cell phones, so I had a phone, landline phone, and he called me there and he said, listen, Chef Jai, I have one more day here and I want you in the cruise industry. You make up your mind. I said, I don't have that much amount of money and it will be very difficult for me. So he increased the salary right there from $750 to $900. He said, I'm increasing your salary and this will be the maximum salary at present in the whole cruise industry for the CDP. So I said, I'll get back to you. Later on, my father said, don't worry, you go. I will take the money from the PF. So I said, okay. So I left. That was my first journey which started. Was 2nd July 1994. I went to Bombay and I took the flight from there. But when I went there, those times, there were not too many Indians going on the ships. So the ship was very old. The ship's name was Sea Breeze. It was 42-year-old ship. And the ship had a capacity of 1,100 guests and only 28 chefs in the ship, cooks, including the executive chef. And it was way too much work that time. There was no timing such as 17, 18 hours was normal. And everything was made on board. Anything and everything was made on board. And that was Apollo Ship Chandeliers. And Apollo Ship Chandelier was a catering company for F&B. and the ship was from the Celebrity Cruise Line. So I joined there, and the other wing was Dolphin Cruise Line. So I joined there. Since the ship was old, there was no AC, no fresh air. You were sweating like anything. So my first day was very hard day for me
ये
because it was the first time I left Delhi, India, my home, all alone in a different atmosphere. And since I worked in India in a five-star hotel at Taj Palace, it was very well nice kitchen. There sweating, and then I remember I used to change 4 to 5 jackets in a day
in a day.
just to make sure that I am okay. And then the journey started from there, slowly, slowly. But since I had already an experience of 10.5 years in India, in different five-star hotels, so it was very easy for me to adopt over there because, as I said, not too many Indians were there that time. And the food provided over there was nothing which I did not knew
For the
for the guest.
For the guest. For the
So-
crew member also, I think.
For the crew member was a special kitchen, so I was not there. But for the guest, and it was a piece of cake for me tell you the truth, because spending 10.5 years, and during those times where we were really working very hard, we were taught very nice food with Lee Meridian, Taj Mahal, Taj Palace experience behind. In the very first year, I became DCDP, Demi Chef the Party, and then a CDP, and then the next year I became sous chef. So once I became the sous chef, I got an opportunity to open the new ships. So in 1996, I became executive sous chef after opening Renaissance 1 from Europe, from France, and then Renaissance 2, Renaissance 3, and then I was also given in charge to train the sous chefs. So I was a sous chef trainer with all that experience from India with me. And again, my good thing from that time and today is I love challenges. So I used to take whatever comes in. And I used to perform more better when I am being challenged, even if I don't know the thing. So that was the time I was offered. When they open R4, I will be the executive chef. So when I came vacation in 1999, Premier Cruises called me, the chef, corporate chef from Premier Cruises. Again, I never applied there. They called me and they said, "What are you doing? We would like to join you with us." I said, "I am already there. When R4 comes, I will be the executive chef." The opening was, R4 was from Haiti.
Okay.
Haiti is a French colony. So they said they will give you there. I am giving you right now. So I accepted. It was a good, again, challenge to prove myself in a new company with a different position altogether, which I never dreamt it will come so easy. So then in 1999, I joined Premier Cruises as executive chef after working 5.5 years with Apollo Ship Shandares. There I worked 2 years before the company went out of business. They had 8 ships. All the ships of Premier were 7-star ships. So the 7-star means the facility provided to the guest.
Okay.
So the food was awesome. When the Premier went bankrupt, I was called by the corporate chef from Premier, Chef Peter Leopold from Austria, that I want you to join me. So 2-3 telephone calls, and then finally I joined. They told me bring some good team, because at Premier nobody had a job at that time. And there was no fault of the team members, the chefs. So I brought 60 people from 2 different ships with Carnival. And then 2001 January, I joined Carnival. And from there, it was never looking back. I joined Carnival. I did tremendous amount of ships. And 2014, I thought it's enough, cruise line. Because joined in 1994, 2005 was already 24 years. So I got a job straight away at Hyderabad, Gachibowli city. It was a 5-star hotel, Radisson. And there I worked for 3 months. Very beautiful job, but it was too away from my home. So my wife said that I used to come only in 3 months, only 2 times I came to Delhi. So she said, try to find a job in Delhi or you can go back. At least you will save some better money if we have to stay alone only. So I wrote to Royal Caribbean.
Okay.
And to my amazing part, I was the first Indian to be hired from ashore and the position of executive chef. Royal Caribbean never had a policy to hire earlier executive chef from outside, especially the Indians. Nobody was there. So when I joined Royal Caribbean, it was again a beautiful company. But let me tell you the truth, I learnt a lot from the cruise industry. There was tremendous amount of food, variety, different culture, more than 70 different nationalities working on board, making friends from all over the board. So many products in the vegetable section, among the fruits, among the meats, among the cuts, a variety of seafood and all. So it was that all journey, which was the cruise industry, was a big, you can say a school for me, that I learnt a lot of new products. And then slowly in between, during the Premier time, I was also traveling corporate chef for Premier. Then I was here. In 2007, I came to India for father's emergency medical. So that time I got a job as a corporate chef for Parkland Group of Hotels. There were 8 boutique hotels in New Delhi. So I was there. So that's in summary a small journey for me.
Okay.
I left the cruise line. Actually, I didn't resign yet. I'm still an employee with the Royal Caribbean. But last 2.5 years, I took a long leave and I wanted to spend some time, quality time with my family after now.
बहुत ज़रूरी है, तो अपनी फैमिली को टाइम देना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, चाहे आप ब्रेक लेके दोबारा से आप जॉब शुरू कर सकते हैं। शेफ बहुत अच्छा लगा ये सब कुछ जान के, बहुत सारी नॉलेज और इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑलरेडी हम ले चुके हैं। शेफ आपका जो पहला दिन था और जो पहला कॉन्ट्रैक्ट था, दोबारा से हम थोड़ा सा पीछे आते हैं। पहला दिन अगर आप इफ़ यू रिमेंबर, कैसा रहा, क्या चैलेंजेस आपको देखने को मिले, क्योंकि आप होटल इंडस्ट्री से
Now when I look back, the first day was really amazing. First of all, the water, drinking water. We never knew we can drink water like this. The fountain one, and the water comes like this, and you have to put your mouth underneath or do like this. So पहले 2 दिन तो मेरे को बहुत प्रॉब्लम हुआ पानी पीने का,
कैसे यूज़ करना है।
and then there was, since it was olden ship, so there was too much chlorine in the water. So that was another challenge. So, but then again in the kitchen, that was an old ship, so the kitchen was in 2 floors, I remember. And in the bottom floor, we used to cook the food, and we have to carry the food by hand on top. There was a service elevator, but that was not working since years over there. And
no one fixed it.
We have to carry by staircase. Let's say if you have boiled 30 pound of pasta. Now pound in America it's pound. Over here is kilo. So when we say pound means 454 grams. Okay. That means if 1 kilo is 2 pound something. So if you boil 30 pound, after boiling the pasta, it becomes automatically more than 60 pounds.
Yeah.
And then you have to carry that in big Lexan boxes. So on top, where there's a pasta, potato, vegetable, meats and all those. Yes, the final grilling and cooking of the meat used to be on the top floor, where the restaurant was. The first day was very tiring, amazing, because I was just wondering how they are doing. And the service was so fast, 600 guests pass within 45 minutes, all pre-plated food, decorated, and at least 5 to 6 variety of accompaniments in the plate. Then the main course, then the guy puts the sauce, another guy is putting the garnish. And to all this exercise, from appetizer, soup, salad, main course, dessert, has to pass through the kitchen within 45 minutes. Until date, it is the same formula.
Okay.
Till date.
Okay.
Now the kitchens have become modern and all those.
Yeah.
Those things are not there anymore. But yes, first day was a big day for me. Trying, could not understand where I came, and I never thought that the ship will be like this.
Okay.
But slowly I tried to adjust myself, because I had in the back of my mind that my father took loan from his PF,
Okay.
and it was big thing for me. So I stayed there 1 month, then slowly 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. My contract was 10 months that time, but I completed 11 and a half months
Okay.
because there was no reliever,
Really
and the chef did not wanted to relieve me. So that's how was my first contract.
जब भी वैकेशन आपको मिलता है क्रूज लाइन में, तो जब तक रिलीवर नहीं होगा तब तक आपको नहीं मिल सकता. इवन अगर आप 10-12 महीने भी फिनिश कर लो उसके बाद, तो रिलीवर का होना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है.
No, not these days. Sorry, not these days. These days the contract length has come down.
Okay.
Last 20 years since the International Labour Organization came in, a part of the international maritime law. So now the contract length is 8 months
8 months.
minimum
Okay.
for the
all-
junior staff,
For all cruise lines.
for all cruise line.
Okay. 8 months.
And for the senior position, it is 4 months or 6 months, depending upon the company.
Okay.
So for them, because at the senior positions, the stress level is very high,
Very high.
and the companies are no more like old time companies. They are grown up. To the tune of, let's say, my first company had 1100 guests.
Okay.
Now, my last company had 7,500 guests. So this is 7 times.
सोच सकते हो कि कितना प्रेशर होगा एग्जीक्यूट.
7 times. And then the crew, which used to be 28, now the maximum crew in the kitchen, maximum crew in the kitchen is now 400, 420 people
Okay.
in the kitchen.
In the kitchen only.
The total crew that time used to be 600. Now the total crew is more than 3,200.
सिर्फ काम करने वाले 3,000 से ज़्यादा, और गेस्ट 7,000. तो आप लगा लीजिए कितना प्रेशर है. और जैसे कि शेफ ने हमें कल बताया, इससे पहले हमको बताया था कि 3 गेस्ट पे
The ratio goes 3:1. That means after 3 guests, there is 1 employee, directly or indirectly involved. Because a lot of guests, a lot of crew is back of the house, which never faces the guest. So, but total is, the ratio goes 70:30. So 70% is the front of the house, and 30% is the back of the house.
तो शेफ, आपने जब क्रूज लाइन ज्वाइन किया, तो आपको अगर डिफरेंस पूछा जाए जो होटल के किचन्स होते हैं या रेस्टोरेंट के किचन होते हैं और जो क्रूज के किचन होते हैं, दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस होगा इन शॉर्ट?
There's a lot of difference. First of all, the hotel kitchens, they use the gas burners, and in the ships there is no live fire allowed.
Until now,
Will never be allowed.
Never ever.
Will never be allowed.
no risk at all.
No live fire, not even one matchstick is not allowed in the ship.
Okay.
So, because the first priority is safety, and fire is the biggest safety hazard. So we do not allow any fire. So every cooking method is either on the steam or on electrical mode. So hot plates are there, beautiful hot plates. You can cook anything on the braising pans, which we call tilting pans, are there. Steam kettle, big steam kettles are there. Every mode of cooking is there, but not the fuel. The fire.
No fire.
So that is one difference. Second is, in a hotel, even if you go the biggest hotel, the kitchen are not very big, and they don't require that big, until and unless that hotel is a banqueting hotel, like Ashoka Hotel or Taj Palace. Taj Palace has more than 10,000 people as for the banqueting.
Okay.
So those kitchens are big, but the ship's kitchen are massively big. The equipments are also, everything is because cooked electrically, so more are ovens. So in the main galley, you will have more than 15 to 18 ovens, depending upon the size of the ship and the amount of the guest ship that's carrying. The dining rooms are on normally 3 floors now.
Okay.
Because if it is 7,500 guests, you have 2 sittings for the dinner, first sitting and 7 sitting.
Okay.
So the first sitting starts like 6:15,
Okay.
and the second sitting starts like 8 o'clock
Okay.
or 8:15, depending upon the ship's itinerary and all that. So between first sitting and second sitting, half an hour is given for the waiters to redo the setting of the table setting and all that. Cutlery, crockery, clean out, dish clean out and all those. So the first sitting is really under pressure because they have to finish in time and the guest should be fully satisfied once he leaves the dining room. And then the second sitting, when it starts 8:15 or 8 o'clock, whichever, then you have ample time. You can finish whatever time you want. In this is also including the last course of coffee. So 6 to 7 courses has to finish in that time. So that is one big difference. Another is volume. Never in any hotel you have that much amount of food. Even if in the hotel is there will be only one meal, dinner, for the weddings and all that. But over here, you have a breakfast for all 10,000 people. You have a high tea.
High tea.
You have a brunch. You have a lunch. You have evening tea time. You have a dinner. After dinner, you have a supper or midnight buffet.
Okay.
So you have almost 7 meals a day, and it's continuous. Plus the room service. And these days, all the new ships, they have all too many a la carte restaurants.
Okay.
So which are paid.
Okay.
All other places the food is free. Even the room service is free. But there are some restaurants now these days which are special restaurants. And they are paid restaurants, beautifully designed, beautifully. And the food over there is
Fine.
of very high quality food. That's how it.
Very fine dining.
Very fine dining. You can name it as a steakhouse, supper club, Giovanni's, which is in Royal Caribbean, Italian food, all those things.
ठीक है, तो ऐसे चैलेंजेस और ये सारी चीज़ें आपको फेस करनी पड़ सकती है। शेफ़, अगर कोई क्रूज़ लाइन में आना चाहता है तो क्या क्वालिटी चाहिए? क्योंकि बहुत सारे शेफ्स इस वीडियो को देख रहे होंगे, वो सोच रहे होंगे कि यार मेरे अंदर तो ये स्किल नहीं है, मेरे अंदर तो ये क्वालिटी है कि नहीं है। क्या स्पेशल क्वालिटी है अगर क्रूज़ में कोई आना चाहता है?
I don't think so. There is anything special known to join. Once you have a good 1 year, 1.5 year, 2 year, 3 year diploma, certificate, degree, plus 1 to 2 years of hotel experience, you can join the cruise line. Now, basically, we are talking about the cruise line in US and Europe. So one has to have knowledge of continental food. We do not really intake in the interviews for the Indian foods because we don't have Indian restaurants on board. We don't have tandoor, we don't have all those things.
अब आपको पता चल गया होगा कि इंडियन और तंदूर जो डिपार्टमेंट होता है, मुझे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, वो हर क्रूज़ में नहीं है, कहीं कहीं पर है, डिशेस वगैरह है, बट प्रॉपर डिपार्टमेंट आपको नहीं मिलेगा।
हाँ जी,
बट वो अप्लाई कर सकते हैं अगर कोई?
Anybody can apply. The only one thing which you asked me, what is necessity, is spoken English.
इंग्लिश जरूर।
So basic English की बहुत ज़रूरत है, where you can communicate effectively, you can make people understand what you want to say, and you can understand all the instructions given to you. Because it's not only cooking the food when you are on the ship, it's also about the safety. Due to that prospect, English is very important.
And for that you need to have communication skill. और इसके अलावा शेफ, अगर हम बात करें, सबको पता है कि क्रूज़ में कोई जाता है तो सैलरी ज़्यादा मिलती है कंपेयर टू फाइन डाइन रेस्टोरेंट, कैफ़े एंड ऑल होटल है उसमें। अगर पैसे की बात करें, मनी, लाइफस्टाइल या ट्रैवल के पर्सपेक्टिव से, तो आपको क्या लगता है कैसे फ़ायदा है?
This is true. The salary is given even in the US in the ships. The salary is much more on the ships than the salary on the land. So salaries are very attractive actually. And during our time the salary was less. The basic salary used to be for the trainee cook that time $550. Today the basic salary for the trainee cook is, which you can call assistant cook, is $900, $850. And that time, I'm talking about 1994, the dollar value was 26 rupees, 27 rupees.
Only.
And now today the dollar value is 95, 96. So even if you get $900 starting as a trainee cook or assistant cook, that's a huge amount of money.
ऑटोमेटिकली आप लाखों में कमा रहे हैं.
And that's tax-free income because you don't work on any land. So you are not taxed by the US government. You are not taxed, you cannot be taxed in India because you don't work in India. So they cannot tax you. So you work in the water, international, and international water doesn't belong to any country.
डेफिनेटली. ठीक है. और शेफ अगर कोई ज्वाइन कर लेता है तो उसको किस तरह के चैलेंजेस फेस करने पड़ेंगे, जैसे होम सिकनेस बोलते हैं या लॉन्ग आवर्स ड्यूटी होती है, प्रेशर जो है बहुत ज़्यादा होता है.
I think so. The term homesickness is very valid. But then again, if you are working in a state like you belong from Uttaranchal, and we know that we do not have enough jobs there. A person has to leave his state and come out and hunt a job, whether in Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, or wherever, or Madras,
Definitely.
or NCR. So anyway, you have to leave your home. So homesickness, I don't think so, is there, but not that much. Seasickness, you can say. Some people do get like the ship like this, but the ship no more is there. These days, today's days, the ships are very stable. They can move 360-degree angle on their own axis. Earlier, the ship used to take a big round and come if they need to turn. Now, no more. So, ship doesn't go like this anymore. Ships are more safer than being on land. You save much time on the ship because there is no travel time wasted. Long hours, I don't think so there are long hours. It's 10-hour jobs, and in 10 hours you need to get at least 2 hours break. So that's 8 hours job. I think so that's what we do in India.
Definitely.
During our time there were long hours. Now there are no long hours. Any cruise line is now labor organization is very strong. So is internationally they have to make a schedule of 10 hours only. And 14 hours you still have for yourself.
So जब हम ड्यूटी की बात ही कर रहे हैं तो शेफ थोड़ा ओवर टाइम के बारे में बताइए, टिप्स के बारे में बताइए. ड्यूटी आज शेफ ने बताया कि 10 घंटे की ड्यूटी होती है, 2 घंटे का आपको ब्रेक मिलता है.
ओवर टाइम इज internationally as per maritime law you cannot be asked to work more than 14 hours. Your basic duty cannot exceed more than 10 hours. So that means anything you do after 10 hours will be your overtime. Okay? But you cannot exceed even 1 minute after 14 hours. Then you are cutting the guideline given by the ILO. And then it becomes a challenge, and then the manager can get a warning why the crew member was working more than 14 hours. And that's one. Day off. If you are working in the night, every day is your day off. You can go all the ports to see, enjoy. If you are working in the day shift, then you get a 5-hour break once a week. The morning break. The evening there is no off for anybody because evening normally 100% guests are on board. So that is the time nobody off. But morning you get 5.5 hour, 5-hour time to go out and enjoy. Break. So you can go any port, whichever port. It can be on rotation basis. It will not be like every time you are off on the same day. So you can get different ports, time to see different ports. You can shop in different countries.
अदर देन दिस ओवर टाइम, अगर हम हाइजीन की बात करें, फूड सेफ्टी की बात करें, तो मैंने जैसे दुबई में काम किया है तो वहाँ पर हैसअप का हम फॉलो करते थे, हैसअप के रूल्स फॉलो करते थे. जब आप क्रूज़ में काम करते हो तो आपको USPH फॉलो करना पड़ता है. थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में डिफरेंस, USPH क्या है और थोड़ा क्या डिफरेंस है?
USPH का मीनिंग है यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स पब्लिक हेल्थ. ना ये नॉर्मली हर कंट्री में होता है. तो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट USPH फॉर द शिपिंग, is run by the CDC. Okay? USPH. So the rules are very tough while on ship.
Okay.
Because ship is a compact surface, so there are chances that the disease can spread very fast, like a norovirus and all that. So to prevent that, the guidelines provided by the CDC, which is basically the USPH inspectors, are very tough and but very nice to be very healthy. So like every 15 feet you need to have a hand wash sink. Hand wash sink alone has too many things. There should be a poster written there, wash hands often. There should be a bleach tester there for the water. There should be a paper towel bin there. Hand wash sink should never be blocked. There should be a bin in the bottom to throw the hand towel. The water temperature should be at room temperature, not too cold, not too hot. If it is too hot, it can burn your hand. If it is too cold, they don't accept it because then you cannot clean your hand. Now, again, the cleaning procedure for hand is also very nice, that you need to wash your hands at least 20 seconds. Now 20 seconds washing the hand is not like this. It's from here, you go till the elbow, you come up, you go here till the elbow and wash. So every time, anytime you enter the kitchen, you have to wash your hands. Anytime you eat, you are touching, ready to eat food, you need to wear the gloves only in the hand which is touching the food. The hand which you are wearing a knife, you do not need gloves. Because the gloves are meant only for the ready to eat food. So that kind of procedure is there. Temperature is there. All the fridges temperatures are maintained 3 times a day, morning, evening and night. That's about temperature. The food should be kept in proper temperature in the fridges and in the hot places. A time limit has been given, 4 hours time, that the food can be on the service line. Now, whatever food you put on the service line, after 4 hours, it has to go on the bin. No matter it is packed food or sliced fruit in the hot or cold line. So one has to be very particular that during the last hour, 45 minutes, what and how much food you are putting on the service line. So that is where a quality chef maintains his food cost.
Definitely.
The food in the line should go bare minimum and as much as a la carte, cooking and putting. So when you really close the line, you have 2 to 3 pieces, 4 pieces only left. The pan should not also look empty. It should be still the same way when you open the line, but more of a la carte business during the end of the line.
ओके मुझे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं क्रूज़ लाइन के लिए और एक क्वेश्चन और है जो बहुत कॉमन है STCW, इसके बारे में शॉर्ट कितना ज़रूरी है और किस तरह से लोग इसको कर सकते हैं?
STCW basically are the courses which are required by the Indian government in respect to, there are earlier too many cases where the fake agents were there. They used to take the people and just leave them on their own ashore. So cut down on that, government came very heavily that every person leaving India need to have a SID card, Seaman Identification Document. That's a laminated card like your license. This is provided by the DG Shipping, Indian DG Shipping
Only
Department.
for marine people, right?
Huh?
Only for marine, right?
No, everybody.
For everyone.
Earlier it was Seaman booklet.
Okay.
Then Seaman booklet was 90% for the marine people.
Okay.
For the hotel people was optional. Now no more. Now every crew member who works on a ship need to have a Seaman SID card.
SID card.
Seaman Identification Document. That is provided by the DG Shipping. For taking that, you need to do certain courses like STCW, safety of life at sea, all those things, crisis management, crowd management, first aid, and fire patrol.
Fine.
So these 6 documents we need to have in order to get the SID card.
कोई ज्वाइन अगर कर लेता है क्रूज़ लाइन में, क्रूज़ जॉब अगर स्टार्ट कर लेता है तो उन्हें क्या क्या फ्री में मिलता है ये भी पता होना चाहिए, क्या फैसिलिटीज़ मिलती हैं और इसके बारे में। और रूम जो होते हैं वहाँ पर, क्योंकि अगर आप अब्रॉड में भी काम करते हो तो आपको एकोमोडेशन दिया जाता है, बट वो एकोमोडेशन में कहीं पे 2 लोग होते हैं, कहीं 4 लोग होते हैं। क्रूज़ में क्या होता है, कोई पर्टिकुलर कोई ऐसा कुछ?
Earlier there was a time when the ships used to have 8 people in a room, 6 people in the room. Then after 2000, it was decided by ILO and Maritime that every crew member will be sharing, the junior staff will be sharing, living in the sharing accommodation, no more than 2 people.
Okay.
So that means you have one bunker bed, one bottom, one top. You have your own toilet in the room. You have a table for working table with 2 chairs and all that. You have a telephone now. Earlier there was no telephone. You have a TV now with all the channels. Company has it. And now the things have changed.
Great.
During our time there was no TV, no telephone in the room, no bathroom in the room. You need to go out in the common area and use the
Same washroom.
bath and come back. So now it's different. Facilities have really increased. Now you have laundry area, so you can wash your laundry there in the laundry machine. It's not like in India. The cloths come very hot. You cannot even touch the cloths. So dry, hot cloths come out from the machine. You buy your own surf powder, detergent powder. Put 1 or 2 spoons you need to put, and you wash your own laundry. Your uniform is done by the company.
Okay.
So that goes in the company laundry. And for your personal clothing, there's a laundry room.
Casual.
And you can go there and wash your laundry. What is free? First of all, accommodation is free. Food is free. Food is awesome, I will say. During our time, there was no Indian food. Now there is Indian food, lunch and dinner. Variety of food. All kind of meats are there in the food. And there are 32 items minimum for the salad, to make your own salad. There are already ready-made 4 to 5 kind of compound salad also. You have at least 6 to 7 kind of desserts to choose. So the more I think so, I'm saying, the more your mouth will be watering. What am I doing here? Why am I not on the ship? I don't think so. I challenge any 5-star hotel will be giving the same variety of food for their employees. It will never happen in India. I will tell you. I am an Indian. I worked in India in different 5-star hotel more than 13 years. Not possible. The maximum you will get 1 non-veg item, 1 dal, 1 sabji, chapati, rice, a few salad pieces, and 1 dessert. That's all you can get in India.
Weekly one.
Okay. And there you have a whole variety. Plus a crew party, a monthly crew party. Plus also in a week at least 2 events for the crew. Live cooking events. It can be anything like a live pasta or live soup or something like those, where you get the live people doing live crepe buffet.
And you are traveling whole world free of cost.
Luckily, yes, I got a chance, and yes, all the crew members can travel and see the world free of cost, because wherever the ship goes, you go. You do get a chance to go outside. If not 5 hours, at least you can always manage 2 hours. That is your rest time from 2 to 4. You can go out, feel some fresh air and come back.
शिव, जो क्रूज का किचन होता है उसे गैले किचन क्यों कहा जाता है? कई सारों को ऐसे पता नहीं होगा, आपको बता दो, जो क्रूज में किचन होता है उसका स्पेशल नेम है गैले किचन, और जो होटल के किचन होता है उसे होटल किचन ही कहा जाता है।
हाँ, ये एक टर्म है, गैली. Galley is a term used there. Like I will say, in India, we call the kitchen people as cooks. है ना?
Yeah.
And there it is a different terminology, culinary artist. ठीक है. हेयर हम एम्प्लॉय बोलते हैं, वहाँ वो टीम मेंबर बोलते हैं और क्रू मेंबर बोलते हैं. सेम चीज़ को
अलग है,
टर्म्स अलग हैं.
अलग है.
So there is no difference. Galley, which galley you are, which deck you are. So there are different decks. The ships these days are more than 23, 24 floors. So normally कई decks के ऊपर galley होती है because the room service is some ships these days are on 3 different decks room service.
Okay.
Because it takes the waiter otherwise too long time. So they are spread in 3 different decks on top. So galley is a term used for the kitchen.
कोई ऐसा डिपार्टमेंट जो बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, कोई अगर ज्वाइन करना चाहता है किसी डिपार्टमेंट को, कोई पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट जो क्रूज़ के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, स्पेशल है?
No, I don't think so. It's open.
कॉन्टिनेंटल तो नहीं है?
Continental for sure you need to have. You can be a good pastry chef. You can be a good baker. Who's stopping you? You can be a good butcher.
Okay.
Who's stopping you?
Okay.
You can be a good carver.
Okay.
You can be a good salad man.
Okay.
Okay, you are working in pantry. You're a salad man. Ice carver.
Okay.
If you know the ice carving, you can get a job there. This is among the kitchen positions. There are a lot of positions where you can join. Other departments are also there. But it's all about you, what you want to be. Even if you are in Indian, just the basic knowledge of quantity is good enough for you to enter the kitchen. And then slowly you learn. If you are a good cook, you will learn very fast. There is nothing very difficult. I will say every human being has a cook inside his heart. Even a carpenter can cook the best food. Even a taxi driver can cook the best omelette, best biryani. So I have seen with my 42 years of experience that every human being has a cook inside. It just need to come out. So, and if somebody has specially done the course and spent some time in the hotel, in the kitchen, he is a good cook. He just need little bit of polishing and that's it.
अगर प्रमोशन जैसे हमको मिलता है, पोजीशंस ग्रैब हम करते हैं कॉमी टू CDP, DCTP, टाइम कितना लगता है? क्या ये हार्ड वर्क पे डिपेंड करता है या एक टाइम फ्रेम पे डिपेंड करता है?
3 चीज़ों पे डिपेंड करता है. Everybody who works on board is a hard worker. Correct? This we have to see. Not only on board the ship, but even on the hotels. Every cook or a culinary artist is a hard worker, that's written.
Yeah.
What needs the other 2 things is your love and your dedication and your sincerity. These 3 things. The more love you put in the food, the more faster you get promotion. It's not time bound कि 2 साल में होगा, 3 साल में होगा या 4 साल में होगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. आपका प्रमोशन 5 साल में भी नहीं होगा. डेडिकेशन जरूरी है, सिंसियरिटी जरूरी है, आपका लव जरूरी है जो प्लेट में आ रहा है. तो विदाउट दैट इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. यू कैन स्पेंड 5 years and you can still be assistant cook. 7 years. You can never cry. And you can be in 1 year, you can get 2 promotions. I got it.
Yeah.
In 1 year, you can get 2 promotions. It's all about how and how much you want to perform. How hard worker you are, how much effort you put. Even if you are standing there, you should be doing something, because there is always some pair of eyes watching you. What you are doing matters more. Making good friends is good one. There is no buttering on the ship like in India we have. There is no backstabbing.
Reality.
No backstabbing. It's only your work which can get you promotion.
Yeah.
That's it. बाकी इंडिया में भी है सर. 9 से 6 जो जॉब करेंगे वो वैसे ही रहते हैं. दे कैन क्राई अ लॉट. और जो 9 से 6 के अंदर कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करके दिखाते हैं, दे आर द विनर्स. सो यू शुड बी रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट द चैलेंजेस. You should be ready to, proactive in your work. Yeah. Chef, I will do it. This is called proaction coming from you. So, me being chef since 99, I am looking for the people like these they will be always my good chefs because they have that एक फायर होना चाहिए काम सीखने का. If you don't have that hunger and fire and खाना ही लाइन पे डालना है
फिनिश करना
तो then no chef will be interested to promote you. So promotion के लिए आपको अगर if you want to work in a different environment and money wise it will always be there. You will be getting good salary. But when you want fast promotions, you don't need to change the companies. You need to change the attitude of yourself towards the work. अगर आपके पास एटीट्यूड टुवर्ड्स द वर्क पॉजिटिव है, आपके अंदर वो फायर, वो हंगर है, एंड दैट हंगर टू लर्न मोर, टू परफॉर्म बेटर, you are the winner. And it's, I think so, in every place, whether you take it cricket, hockey or anything, that fire should be there, that spirit should be there.
मेरा मानना भी हमेशा से रहा है, होटल इंडस्ट्री में दो चीज़ें सबसे ज़्यादा आपको मिलती है. एक एब्रॉड जाने का चांस, और दूसरा आप इसमें फास्ट प्रमोशन ले सकते हैं. अगर आपकी सैलरी आज 30,000 है तो अगले महीने आप उसको 50 कर सकते हैं. एक साल के अंदर आप उसको 1 लाख से ऊपर कर सकते हैं. ये एक ऐसी इंडस्ट्री है, ये मान लीजिए.
मैंने अपनी लाइफ में यूटिलिटी से आदमी को कंपनी का डायरेक्टर बनते हुए देखा है, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट बनते देखा है. सो इफ आई ऑलवेज से इफ अ यूटिलिटी कैन बिकम, व्हाट इज स्टॉपिंग अस? एंड आई से टू एवरीबडी, इफ आई ट्रेनी थर्ड कॉमी कैन गेट दिस पोजिशन इन माई लाइफ, anybody else can get it. It's all upon what you are doing, what you want to give and how you want to give to the guest. That's it. Positive attitude.
लास्ट में शेफ एडवाइस, जो भी इस वीडियो को देख रहा है उनको एक अच्छी से एडवाइस कि वो अपना फ्यूचर बना सके और 100% सक्सेस ले सकें.
नहीं, देखिए, क्रूज इंडस्ट्री एक जनरल एक मिथ से बना दी है कि लॉन्ग आवर्स, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. मैंने आपको बोला 10 आवर्स जॉब है जिसमें से 8.5-9 घंटे आपने काम करना है. वो इंडिया में भी इतना ही है, किसी भी कंट्री में जाएंगे तो भी इतना ही. प्लस इसके ऊपर 4 घंटे और लगते हैं कि आपके घर से आपके होटल तक पहुंचने में आधा 1 घंटा 2 घंटा, दिल्ली बॉम्बे जैसे शहर में आना और 2 घंटे जाना. सो यू बेसिकली वर्क 14-15 आवर्स. देन स्वेटिंग, देन डर है कि मेट्रो निकल गई, ट्रेन निकल गई, मैं ट्रैफिक में फंसा हूँ. वो सब तो नहीं है. आपने बटन दबाया, आप अपने काम पे पहुँच गए. सो इट्स वेरी इजी. वो मिथ से बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा कि लॉन्ग आवर्स है. द ओनली चैलेंज इज दैट यू हैव टू स्टे अवे फ्रॉम योर फैमिली फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. सो इफ यू आर रेडी टू दैट, देन देर इज नो चैलेंज. माई एडवाइस इज सिंपली फॉर द शेफ्स, they need to spend at least 1 to 2 years in a cruise ship. And then they will know what is the difference between the hotel and a cruise ship. Once they come back from there, they will say that line over India, in India, the hotel is best life. Because they have already come from they have already tackled the harder period. Because of the volume, because of the timing. The timing is very fast.
Physical work also, I think.
Yeah.
बहुत ज़्यादा होता है compared to hotel.
Because it's again not cooking alone. Is all you are taught about the safety procedures and all that. So every crew member working on ship is by himself a safety officer.
Yeah.
You have been groomed like that. They teach you everything. So you see, you are multifold. You become multifold. तो आपको क्राइसिस मैनेजमेंट कोर्स कराया जाता है, क्राउड मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स, हाउ यू कैन मैनेज when there is a crisis, when there is a crowd stampede and all that. What you see in India, it happens and a lot of people, they lose their lives. वो सब चीज़ें आपको सिखाई जाती हैं. क्रूज इंडस्ट्री जॉब फॉर मी इज़ द बेस्ट. I can say I spend a lot of time in the cruise industry. There's so much to learn. We don't get that much amount in any country. Forget about India. In any country on land, you don't get that much. What you get? You interact with almost 70 to 80 different nationality people. You make friends from all over the world. So my advice is, one should always try to get a job. It's very easy to get a job. There's no hurdles.
कोई पर्टिकुलर स्किल?
कोई particular?
स्किल चाहिए?
No. If you are in the hotel, this all skills I said. Pastry man, biggest requirement. Bakery, biggest requirement. Anybody who's a good pastry man, good pastry, good baker. Butchers are a big requirement. Hot and cold food, again good requirement. Any kind of skill you have is a big requirement. These days, you know, every year there are at least 100 ships coming now, these days. I'm saying all over the world. And there are no more small ships coming. All ships are coming big. So you have a huge amount of chances to get a job and work on the ship. I say go there, earn money, roam the world, explore the world, and enjoy the life. Don't kill yourself, enjoy the life.
थैंक यू शेफ। सो ये बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज आई होप आपको मिल गई होगी। अभी भी आपके पास कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप मुझे कमेंट में पूछ सकते हैं। शेफ़ ने इतना एक्सपीरियंस अपना शेयर किया है कि मतलब बहुत सारे वीडियोस में आपके लिए लाने वाला हूँ। आई होप आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा। अगर पसंद आए तो लाइक और शेयर करना बिल्कुल ही मत भूलिएगा। इसी के साथ मिलता है नेक्स्ट वीडियो में नई इन्फॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज के साथ। तब तक के लिए फिनिश करते हैं इस वीडियो को। शेफ थैंक यू सो मच अगेन।
Thank you, Ji. And it was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you to all at IIHCA.
सी यू देन, सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो।
Namaskar.